I can right now get up in the front of a room of 1,000 salespeople and teach them this technique with no anxiety whatsoever. How you can be the greatest salesperson on the planet.
Welcome to the REthink Sales Show. My name is Derek Kelly. I am joined by Jim Shorkey. And Jim, we're going to talk about negotiations, a topic we really haven't covered. But guys, stay tuned. This may be a hot take from Jim Shorkey, or it may just be some great, impactful sales advice that you can implement today. What did negotiation look like in the car business? What did that look like?
Yeah, I can answer that. That's a pretty easy one. We have to train on how to negotiate. Mm-hmm. That's number one. Number two, value. We can lower the price. Of course we can. Or we can raise the value. So when I have a client who makes me an offer, I am going to show them how in that gap between their offer and my price is all this stuff. That's real quick. I'm asking $20,000 for the car.
Okay. All right, Jim, I'll give you 18.
Yeah, I'm sure you would, Derek. And I'm so happy for the offer. But let's not forget, when you came in, you told me that you wanted to have this item here.
Uh-huh.
Did we take care of that for you?
Yes.
You wanted this item. Did we take care of that?
Yes.
Is that a good one?
Yep.
How about this one?
Yeah.
How about the brain span? You mentioned the brain span. Did we get the brain span in there?
Yep.
I'm reading from my actual. How about memory training? Did we cover that?
Yep.
So I get on the whole list.
Yep.
Derek, I understand that it's more than a little bit more than what you want to spend.
Yeah.
But it does have everything you wanted. I saw your face when you drove the car. How did you feel when you're driving the car?
Awesome.
So Derek,
it's much better than my little sedan fitting all my kids
it's
in
not
there.
that much more money. It's really not.
Yeah.
You know, but you're getting exactly what you want. How important is it to you to get what you want?
It's pretty important.
Then I need you to step up and pay what we're asking. It's a fair price, and I'm not going to lower the price. Not because of you, because I can't.
Yeah.
Okay? So let's go ahead and do some business. And you say...
No, I got to stick to the 18,000, Jim. That's what my budget is.
I respect that. I really do. And I wish I could. Let me ask you a question, Derek. Is there a middle ground that we can get to where you'd be happy and maybe I can talk to the boss?
Yeah, even if we were at 19,000, I think I'd feel a little better.
Is there a little wiggle room there?
Maybe 19.2 or 3, but I don't want to get
Well, that's okay. I understand. Let me do this. So, just so I understand, I don't think I can do it, but I'm going to try. If I could get it to 19.3, would you buy the car today?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to make any false promises. I'd never want to overpromise and under
We talked about this. Yes.
I'm going to try. Okay. Yeah. Let me see what I can do.
All right.
I need 2 minutes.
All right.
I'm going to go talk to the boss. I'm going to tell him where you're at, and I'll do the best I can. You ready? I'm going to go leave.
Go
I come back. I got some great news, Derek. I did get my boss to move. Okay. I got him down to $19,900, but I want to be clear. That's the absolute lowest that we can go. So,
man, Jim,
do we have a deal?
Only $100 difference?
Oh, is $100 no big deal? I'll take one. If do you have $100 that I can, since it's no big deal?
Yeah, it just doesn't
big deal to me.
I feel like I was asking for something a little bit lower than that.
I know you were. I heard you, but I tried, man. But I did get you 100. Come on, give me some knucks, man. Come on.
How about 19?
No, I want my knucks. I got you 100. Give me some credit here, bro.
Okay.
19.7. I'm not even going to leave again. I'm going to make a phone call.
Okay.
Boss, this is Jim Donner. I'm talking to this cantankerous guy named Derek Kelly. He is tough. I'm telling you what, this guy's a shrewd negotiator. He's tough, man. But he wants to be at 19.7. He's not going for 19.9. I tried. I really did try. Derek, did I try 19.9?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hold on, let me ask him. He said 19.9 is the very lowest he can go. But because it's me and you together working this thing, he'll do it for 19.8.
All right, let's do it.
Congratulations, boss. We got a deal. Congratulations, Derek. You just bought yourself a car.
Thank you, Jim. Really appreciate it.
You happy?
So what was that? Talk through that.
It's all about value. It's all about value. I created value. I reminded you of the list. And
But you didn't drop your price very much at all.
No, I didn't. I don't have to.
Maybe a little bit.
It's value up, not price down. But in the customer's mind, I did. He won. He got a $200 break in the price.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money to the client.
Yeah. Right.
It really is.
Right.
It may seem trite.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be, okay, this is what some
people
salespeople,
always think
if I drop the price $1 million, would you buy it right now? Come on, stop the nonsense. Stop the nonsense.
Well, absolutely. If you dropped it $1 million.
Yeah, it's so stupid. It's almost like a gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I cut the price in half, would you buy it right now?
Yeah.
Well, of course I would. What is that really telling us? It's telling
Nothing.
us that we're jerk-offs is what it's telling us. Like,
right.
Stop the nonsense. The fact is, this is a good price. I'm going to defend the price. If I can squeeze the boss and get the price down some, you're the big winner here. And it's because you're shrewd. But the fact is that it already is a good price. Anything less than this price here is really a great thing for Derek Kelly.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, Derek, if you bought the car for $19,000, you would be getting a great deal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try to do better, but I'm not going to play.
I remember
games.
this exact situation. I don't think you were in the business anymore. Actually, you might have been. This was in 2014. I went to buy
I was in the business.
I don't know, for some reason, you guys don't sell Hyundai, but for some reason you had a Hyundai on the lot. It might have been a used car.
Could have been. Well, would have been, yeah.
And so I went to buy, I am a shrewd negotiator, so I kept asking, can you lower the price? And they were very good at, hey, this is the best we can do. They even looked around and showed me like, hey, other places, it's a very similar price.
Yeah.
And it was like, they were really kind. Nothing was rude. I was very much just trying to see what I could do. It was my first car negotiation.
Well, you should be. But that makes you smart.
They did a really good job trying to. It didn't feel like they weren't like, oh my gosh, this guy, like, can't wait for him to leave. It was much more like, well, see what we can do to help you.
I think you should ask for a better price. I think you should want to get it lower. I think you should say no. I expect you to say no. I expect you to ask for a better price. And I am so well trained that I know exactly how to handle it, what to say, what to do. And I do. I know what to say. I can right now get up in the front of a room of 1,000 salespeople and teach them this technique with no anxiety whatsoever. And then I would say, okay, questions. And I can take every single, have I faltered yet?
No.
I don't know what you're going to ask me. Ask away.
Yeah.
You're not going to get me.
Yeah.
I know the material very well because I did get the book. Not that one, but I got my own books. I did get the book. I did read it. I did take notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to ask me some questions about the brain?
I bet you have
I know
a
a
ton
lot
of
about
answers.
the brain that I didn't know before.
Yeah. This is good stuff. So that was number one, preparation, which you answered so well in terms of negotiation, but also how do you create that win outcome, which we saw in the role play. You did. Yeah. You made it a win for you guys and you made it a win for the customer.
Well, why wouldn't it be? I have a great car.
Yeah.
I have a great dealership to support you after the sale. I like you. You're a cool dude.
Yeah.
And it's a win-win. You're here to buy a car. I'm here to sell a car. So there, right off the bat, I'm here to sell a car. You're here to buy a car.
Yeah.
We did that. Win. You're here to get the best price.
Yeah.
I didn't get where you wanted to be, but I tried and I was sincere. And we got a price that we were both happy with. It's not the price that the client gets. It's the price that the client thinks he or she gets. And if they think they got a good price, then it is.
Right.
It doesn't have to be mathematical and Kelly Blue Book and internet and all that. And as I said before, in previous discussions, I got a better price. I got a better deal down the road. No, you got a better price. That's not a better deal. We're the better deal. Did they do A? No. How about B? No. How about C? No. There's so many things that we do at the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group to make the client experience better that, quite frankly, we're worth more money.
Yeah.
And I really believe that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that right to your face. And by the way, at the end of the day, you may walk at 18 grand because you want it for 18 grand. And I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. Yeah. So you walk. And that's okay too. I'm not going to get them all.
Yeah.
I'm going to try really hard. But if I sell enough cars for not enough money, guess what that's a recipe for? I sell a lot of cars for not enough money.
Disaster. It's not a win.
It's a recipe for going out of business.
Yeah.
It is. So if we're going to provide the services that we provide, it's going to cost you more money to buy the car. And I'm perfectly content with that because I know what we do at the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group. Number one goal of the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group is to love the customer. Second number one goal of the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group is to love the team. If we don't love our customers, we're not going to have any customers. If we don't love our team, we're not going to have anybody to love the customers. And if we do number one and number two really well, which we do, we're going to be really successful. And the number one enemy of any successful enterprise, I don't care what it is, the number one enemy of any successful enterprise is arrogance. It could be a church, it could be a business, it could be a nonprofit, it could be any relationships you want to mention. Whatever that enterprise is, it fails miserably when arrogance enters the game.
Yeah.
And so the third goal of the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group, almost number one, is to keep it very humble.
Yeah. And that's what I loved about that experience is I was telling you about.
We're servants. So we're going to serve really well. And if we love the customers and we love the team and we keep it very humble, quite frankly, I'm going to look you right in the eye and tell you, we're worth more money.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a better price down the road. I don't really care. Yeah. I really don't. I respect it. I think it's okay. But it has nothing to do with the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group. So, yeah, Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group is more expensive than somebody else, perhaps. Yeah. Not always. Sometimes we're cheaper as well. Right. That happens too. But if we are more money, I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I truly do.
Yeah, I loved your explanation on serving. In my experience there, nobody treated me pridefully. They were really humble. It wasn't like, oh, we can't wait to get this guy off our back. He just won't buy a car already.
I hear a lot of talk about Tesla. And people talk about Tesla and they want to buy a Tesla. And you can buy a car, literally a nice car, economical car for half the price of a Tesla. They're expensive.
Yes.
Okay, they're expensive.
Yes.
And there's a reason why.
Yeah.
But if you think they're the least expensive car around, don't even bother looking at the Tesla. I think they're, what are they, 50 grand? But whatever it is, I'm telling you, they ain't cheap. And so I'm not going to pay that much for a car. And you shouldn't be looking at a Tesla, quite frankly.
Yeah, the Model S has an MSRP of $74,900.
What? 74 grand? Are you kidding me? Holy cow.
Yeah, and if you want to go up a trim level, it starts at $89,900 to go to the next
I could buy a Chevy Sport for 15 grand. No kidding. It's not a Tesla. How are they doing it? I can buy a car down the road for way less than a Tesla. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, you
could. Tesla's not for you.
Yeah, yeah, but they're selling lots of cars. So
they are.
They're doing something
over $1 million a year. I think $1.5 million.
Yeah.
So price sells cars. No, it doesn't. Value sells cars. The reason people are paying more money for a Tesla, in some cases waiting in line for that Tesla. You ever seen that SUV they make?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That thing is disgusting. I'm not a fan. But I guess there's literally...
Yeah, I had a friend he's a numbers guy. He's like a COO of a company. So he's an operations manager. He is a pro guy.
He's a CFO.
He's the COO, Chief Operating Officer.
Oh, okay.
So he's the operations guy. So very process-oriented guy. And he bought a Tesla. And I like cars, and so I'm always interested in why would he buy that? He broke down the numbers, and for him, he was driving a certain distance. It was like an hour and a half a day. And when he factored in gas mileage and all that, it ended up being almost exactly the same price as like a Honda Civic. But he was in a very specific, like it worked for him. The numbers worked. He didn't have to pay for gas.
And he had the dough to do it.
Right. And he had the finances to do it. Yep. So in that situation, it made sense.
Obviously, it makes sense for 1.5 million people. I didn't say that to discredit Tesla. Right. I'm not.
Yeah.
I think they're phenomenal.
Yeah.
I don't have a Tesla. Right. I don't want a Tesla.
Right.
No discredit to them.
Yeah.
But the fact is that if you're telling me price sells cars, if that's your position, okay, then you're going to need to explain to me Tesla. It's just not true. Price does not sell cars. Value in the client's mind is what sells cars. And as salespeople, if we're properly trained on how to create value in the customer's mind, then we will be very successful.
Yeah. Riddle me this, Jim. The most valuable company in the world, Apple, started selling iPhones in 2007 at $500. Now the typical iPhone's $1,200.
Wow.
And they sell more of them than they sold in 2007. So the price has gone up. And people were saying, oh, people are never going to pay $500 for an iPhone. People will never pay $700 for an iPhone. Why are people paying $1,200 for a phone in their pocket?
Because they see a great value in it. They can hit the internet. I can do it with my phone as well, but maybe it's more efficient. They can hit the internet real quick. They can get information real quick. They can read books on that thing, probably. Videos, all there.
Yeah.
That phone is more sophisticated. Supposedly, this may be a myth.
Yeah.
Supposedly, it's more sophisticated than the original computer system that sent the astronauts to the moon.
I believe it.
Supposedly, it's more sophisticated. I don't know if that's true. I can tell you one thing. It is really sophisticated.
Yeah.
If that's something that's important to you, then you're going to go do it.
Right.
And if you remember, the first question that we want to ask our clients after we capture their name and write it down is, in this process that we call car, buying, owning, driving, today, tomorrow, 10 years from now, what's most important to you, Mr. Client, Mrs. Client? What's most important to you? And we capture that. We write it down. And then we ask, what's next most important to you?
Oh, Jim, you got to stop. This is too good. He's getting into the heart of it, right?
Isn't that what iPhone is doing, though? They're finding out what's important to the client, and then they're providing it. So the idea behind being an entrepreneur is you find a hole, you figure out a way to efficiently fill the hole, and then you charge for it. Yeah. That's an entrepreneur. So it could literally be a hole. And you knock on the door, say, I notice you have a hole in your backyard. Do you really want that hole? No, I've been meaning to get rid of the hole. You know what? I can fill that hole for you, and I will actually plant grass for you, and I will have that done today, and I will charge you $500 to do the whole process. I'll provide the dirt, the seed, I'll get it going, $500. And I don't know what that would be. Maybe it's $600, whatever the price is. There's a price that I have to determine my cost of goods and everything. But I give the client that price, and they say, you know what? I want to get rid of that hole. I'll do that. That's a business. That's capitalism.
Yes.
That is an entrepreneur. And so now I did it, and I did it again, and I got better at it. I got my book on how to fill holes, and I'm really getting good at this. And so now I have a business where I'm filling a hole a day, $500 a day. My cost of goods is, let's say, $200. So I'm making $300 net profit per day times 5 days a week is $1,500 times 4 months, 4 weeks out of the month I'm making $6,000 with this little gig, and I'm getting really good at it. And now I figure out a way to I can fill 2 holes in a day. I really can.
Yeah.
Now I'm making $12,000 a month. And you say, well, there's not that many holes out there. How do you know? How do you know?
Wow, Jim.
Let's go look for the holes. And so that is, I'm speaking from an analogy perspective. Find a need, fulfill the need, solve the need in the most efficient manner possible. You could call it a problem, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And satisfy that, solve the problem in the most efficient manner possible, and then charge for it.
Wow. Jim, I've never heard, thank you for talking through negotiation and just how to do that well, but I've never heard somebody quite break down that price to value ratio the way you did. I feel like you put it prime with this podcast, with what we started this thing 4 seasons ago about how to be practical about what you do, and that whole value versus price. You told story after story and example after example about how to be practical and really focus on value over price.
I want to, in conclusion, remember these 2 hands, okay? It's value up or price down. And I'm here to tell you, as salespeople, and I'm right about this, this is the price. You have very little control over the price. Very little. But you have maximum control, infinitesimal, over the value. And once we get that value, if you haven't created value, just think about this. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, okay? Here's the value that you've created. Here's the price that we're asking. Do we have a sell?
No.
Do we have a sell?
Probably not.
Do we have a sell?
Nope.
Do we have a sell?
Getting closer.
Do we have a sell?
Yes.
Okay, well, guess what? That's impossible. Here's the price.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I thought they were opposite. I thought they were opposite.
No, we've got the price. We have a sell down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we can't sell for that.
Right.
We're losing money.
Yeah.
So let's start again. Here's the price. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the price.
Yep.
I want the price lower. I understand. I respect it. I'd love to be able to. But here's the value.
Okay.
I still want the price lower. Okay. I got this much.
Yep.
Do we have a sell?
Not quite.
Not
Close.
quite. I do more value selling.
Yep.
more value. I remind you to keep selling value.
Yep.
Do you want to drive the car one more time? Maybe you don't really appreciate so we go out and drive it again. It's holy cow, this is really cool. Yeah. And now we have a sell because I've created value.
Yeah.
I have an infinitesimal amount of control over the value.
Yes.
I have a very limited control over the price. So when to sell value, it's value up, price down. And we may have to do both.
Right.
I get that. But you can't sell the car, the refrigerator, the landscaping for half off. If you do that, you're not going to be in business very long.
Yeah, you always see everybody's always doing a sale, and it's furniture stores always. It's always a sale. It's what are you paying for?
That's okay. That's marketing and whatnot. And so we want to bring clients into the dealership. So we're going to sell price from an advertising perspective. We're not going to mislead or lie. We're going to sell price. But when we get them into the dealership, we've got to sell value. Because no matter how low the price is, if the value isn't high enough, we're not going to sell anything.
Jim, such nuggets. Guys, you should go back and rewatch that episode. Just tons of, I feel like Jim gave some of the best sales advice, both from a practical and an ideological, philosophical point of view that I've heard.